Hi, I'm Titch, this is my tattoo tour. My first tattoo you can't see anymore. I got it on my arm here. I got a Chinese symbol on my 18th birthday and my brother actually took me to get it. I can get you the cover up out. I never got a laser, I just got it covered up. It's there. So there was 4, but I only got 1. And it was actually the meaning of strength, I think, apparently. But it's under there, I don't know if you can see it, under the rose. I remember that tattoo, I was very scared. And he told me I better not chew no gum, because it does his head in. So I had to actually spit the gum out before I did it, and that was like calming my nerves, but yeah.
Wow.
And then I carried it on, I got 4. So it was strength, courage, poison, and God. I just like the look of them, but they're all covered up now.
Is that a scar on your arm?
Yeah, it is a scar.
Did you have that?
I didn't purposely cover it up. No, I had a scar. I had a car crash. It was actually after this tattoo. I had a car crash when I was 18. I got a plate from like, starts here and ends like in my elbow. They said I'd never use my arm again, actually. Yeah, they said I'd never bend my arm again because the plate was too thick and it was too close to the bone, so I'd never be able to bend. So I'd never use it functionally. And then it healed. It was fine. I didn't get much pain either. But yeah.
Further down the arm, you've got a portrait on the back of it.
Yeah, Dexter Gordon. So I like jazz tattoos because the imagery looks so cool. I chose this as my first actual jazz tattoo. I got this, my partner bought me this, my 30th birthday. This is the most expensive tattoo I have, I believe. It was $1,500 from a guy called Duncan. His custom propaganda is his like Instagram tag. He's got a shop in Southampton. He was guesting it. No Regrets in Cheltenham, and I was messaging him and he wanted to do it, so he did it for me. But I just like the smoke and stuff on Dexter here, and I think he was the right guy for it because he captured it really well. And the sax looks still good now. So it's 5 years old. It's pretty sick. But after that was my first jazz piece, and then it kind of rolled from. I got a few jazz pieces now.
Have you got any other jazz pieces on your hand?
So that's Ronnie Scott. So again, it links in with this. So I always tell people I don't have meaningful tattoos, but some of them are meaningful. So I got Dexter Gordon, jazz artist. I like the imagery more than I like his music, but I do like his music. And it rolls onto Ronnie Scott, and Ronnie Scott is where I went to for my 30th birthday. So I went to Ronnie Scott's club in London to watch some jazz music. So it kind of links in with that and ties in.
And on your other hand?
Basquiat, favourite artist. I like art, I like jazz, and I like Basquiat. He is my favourite artist.
Was it painful?
No, hands are fine. I didn't find hands painful. The only time where I've really found tattoos painful was my calf. Every other time I've actually found it fine. Fingers, I just wanted some writing here. I didn't really care too much what it was. So I was just finding 2 4-letter words that go, and it said live free. I like that one. So I got the live free there. I got French Bulldog there on my, it was a birthday, I think it may have been 28th birthday, it's just a random tattoo for a tenner. I just wanted a tattoo, so I went to see a guy, got it done. And this one I got my kids, I got Indy, Nevea, Eric, and then my partner, my wife, Ellis. So this is some of my first tattoos, like up here, apart from the Chinese symbols and stuff. Like I went Chinese, then I went over to this arm. Some of this stuff's old, so you can see the lines on it are a bit more, they're not as good, but I think it's more the machinery wasn't as good then. Because this is going back now like a long time ago, 12 years. But yeah, like the imagery's not up. I'd like to start again on some of this, to be honest, but lasering hurts like a bitch, so I don't really want to get lasered. But yeah, I got this one here. It was actually a Beckham tattoo. I liked it, so I copied it when I was 18. Now I've got some hands done by Steve, who used to work in skin graffiti. And now I've got some stuff up here as well. Clouds, just filler. That's what I used to do back then. If you need a filler, you got clouds. And yeah, that cut off there. And then this is all a bit newer. Oh, and this was the guy in Tattoo War as well, doing the Chinese symbols. I went into Gorse Hill, and I said I wanted some writing, some script. Obviously now if you get script, you go to a script artist. I went to this guy, and he just got up Word and typed up the font and said, I'll do. I was like, yeah, I was 18, I wasn't going to argue. And he just, banged it in. But it still held up quite well, to be fair.
And the number 13?
13, that was, I helped Josh Tom, Barber Inc. I helped him launch the 13 shop. I did a launch party for him, helped him do the launch party, and I got Gav there to tattoo that night. Yeah, he banged that in on the night, just to remember that really. I've never fucking looked at it properly, man. This is my nan, when she dies, her favourite flower. I got my granddad here. Chinese symbols was regret, but that's what solely got me into tattooing. When I was a kid and I was like 15 and Oxide Neutrino come out, and I remember, I think it's Oxide had the Chinese symbols, might be Neutrino, one of them had the Chinese symbols out, and I loved them. And from that day, I was about maybe even 13, I was like, I want to get tattoos when I'm older. And then when I got 18, I got the Chinese symbols, it just stuck with me. And then it kind of went from there. But no real meaning. All this was done by Joel. Yeah, The World Is Yours, that's a Nas lyric. Jimi Hendrix skull, Basquiat crown, yeah. No real meaning to anything else, I don't think. I'm trying to look at more, no, filler. I got, you're gonna have to tell me which side is which, I don't know. John Coltrane, I think. Miles Davis, I think. Yeah, so John Coltrane, Miles Davis on my neck. Some more jazz pieces, jazz images. I want to tie this up here somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I need to tie it up together. But yeah, they're quite painful to be fair. Not too bad, I could sit through them. I never come close to tapping out. Back of my head is my most recent tattoo. That was done by Justin Burnout. I was getting married and I had a gap there and I was determined to fill it. But typical me, I left it till like 3 weeks before, I think, the wedding. And obviously that time you've got to shave your head, you've got to let it grow back. And you've got to hope it heals. I don't know, the neck heals okay, but I was getting married, so I text Justin, he's from Nottingham, and he managed to squeeze me in, and he said it would be fine, and it was fine. But yeah, so I've got Justin Burnout now, I'm really happy I got him on the back of my head, to be fair. The filigree is just obviously filler, and this is more art tattoos, so this is a XX for Cause, the artist. So I love that, and I do want to get the crown again there, but that's one for the future, I think. So, this was a Pinterest tattoo. I see it on Pinterest, I copied it. Date of birth, so I was looking for some filler here, some 1986. I see some guy that looks sick, so I copied it. This was one of my first tattoos. Laugh and I'll cry later. No real meaning to it. And I got Joel to put the script in with it. And this was done by a guy called Siren. All praise to the Most High. He used to have a brand, Most High. So yeah, that one's there. I think that's it. And the lotus there was just again a bit of filler. I liked it. I've seen it. A few people have it. To be fair, I've probably seen about 6 people with it. So I just copied it. It looks sick. So the back is a cover up. I had a cross done when I think I was 19, maybe 20. It was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever had. I went to 3 tattoo shops and every single one said they didn't want to do it on me because it was so bad. So I should have took the hint, and then I ended up finding a tattoo shop that did it. And yeah, I got that done. I was really proud when I got it, but yeah, straight away I wanted it covered up, and then again, nobody would touch it, so I couldn't get it covered up. And eventually Joel came through and he's like, look, I'll just slam something into it live or something. So I Love Supreme is just like, it's my favourite jazz track by John Coltrane. It was at a wedding, so we had it on a few boards at the wedding, I Love Supreme. Yeah, it's just I like the saying, I Love Supreme.
Sweet.
Just a jazz track, my favourite jazz tune. Just ties all this in again.
Nice. Should we do your legs?
Yep. So start on my right leg, I reckon. So yeah, this I've got a few pieces here actually. So I've got Tupac. This is my favourite image, in my favourite film, Juice, of Tupac. This one I only paid £300 for this, and the guy who did it, Ash Lewis, he was tattooing in Bournemouth at the time, and he put a thing up on his Instagram that I followed, and he said, looking to tattoo tomorrow, who's about? So he did me a cheap one, 300. It actually turns out he's actually tattooed Romeo Beckham now, and he tattoos a few big stars. But he's actually done 3 pieces on me. Did that for £300, which is cheap as fuck now. And he did this one as well, it's Hendrix. He texted me one day, he said he's got no one booked in, and he said, I really want to do a freehand tattoo, like no stencil, just draw it straight on to the skin. I'll do it if I can do it for free. So I was like, fucking yeah, like it took ages, and this is the only tattoo I was this close to tapping out on. Like this is the one. It was like the hair, it was the day was long, I was tired. It was a combination of a lot of things, but it just ultimately hurt. But I can still remember the pain of this one. And yeah, calves all around here, I don't even know where it was hurting actually, it was just all over.
About the skull below?
The skull's done by Franco, man. Like on my birthday, I don't like to book tattoos in, but every year I like to get a tattoo. But I like to get it on a whim, so I just find a tattoo as it's available. And that was Franco was about. He had a free day, so he just banged a little skull on me, which is pretty cool. Knees were done in old time by a guy called Steve. It was like dot work. It didn't really hurt. Everyone says that, but it didn't because it was like dot work. But I remember the stencil for this one took the stencil took longer than the tattoo to get on. He just couldn't do it. I don't know why. And I went back to him about a month later to do that one. He got it straight on. Yeah, he couldn't get the stencil on that one. I don't know why. I had to rub off every time. Most of this work is actually Nick Ferris. A lot of my portraits.
Would you say Nick Ferris is the best in portrait?
In Swindon,
Yeah.
100%. Like I always tell people I collect tattoos off different artists. But it got to a stage where I was like, had more kids and time was getting less, and I couldn't be bothered to go distances to get tattoos. And I thought, why do I don't need to? I've got Nick here. Like Nick he's done these, his placement's sick, like everything. Yeah, I don't need to go anywhere else. What's the point, you know?
Right, your other one?
Yeah, and then this one, I got a few bits here. Got my portrait of my dog, R.I.P. Dilla. I've got Einstein. That's just like when I was a bit younger and that, like getting into tattoos first of all, really, like portraits, and everyone seemed to have Einstein tattoos. I was like, I want a fucking Einstein tattoo. So I just went and got an Einstein. No reason, don't like him, don't know much about the bloke. Seems quite cool though. I got a Biggie skull. I just like the skull image. I didn't have enough skulls when I got that, I only had one. And I just wanted another skull. So I got another skull off Joel did that one. And I've got Naz in the back of my calf. I don't know if you can see that one. I've got Naz. That's not finished, he needs to finish the ear. I keep forgetting to put back in. He ran out of time, and so did I. But yeah, Nick did that, and then a guy called Tommy Tattoos done the Godson above it, script. He works in Peterborough, he done these knuckles as well. And I've got the most there, and I've got a Tyson portrait, which I think personally is probably my best portrait tattoo. But I can't get it out. What's still in my boxes? So I think personally it's the best one. Yeah, Nick sorted me out on that one. He wanted to do the image. He just said like, oh, free space tomorrow, do you want to do it? And I said, yeah. Of course I do. But that one's just unreal, I think. I got a little piece symbol on my foot, which was just done by a guy in a dodgy fucking house. I shouldn't have got it done. Yeah, man, I think that's everything. Thanks for watching. That was my tattoo tour.